In this video, we're covering set notation and Venn diagrams for probability. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just the sample space in general. So there's a couple of things to talk about here. So an outcome is just a possible result of a random experiment. So you do something, the outcome is what happens. The sample space is the set, so the whole thing, of all possible outcomes for an experiment. And the event is a set of one or more outcomes. So for example here, list the sample space and number of outcomes for rolling a die. So what we need to do here is the sample space is what can happen. What are the possible things that could happen? So the probability of rolling a dice is going to equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are all the outcomes I could get. And then the number of outcomes is legitimately counting how many of these can happen. So there's 6 outcomes. All right, so next thing we're looking at is the probability formula. So if you have the probability of this event is the number of ways an event can happen or can occur over the total number of possible outcomes. So we're going to go through an example first. So in this example, we have 30 people were surveyed on their favorite sport. 11 liked football, 4 liked basketball, 7 liked tennis, 2 liked golf, 6 liked swimming. Find the probability that any of these people selected at random will like swimming. So the probability of, let's say S for swimming, because there's no other sport with that. 6 liked swimming, and there were 30 people altogether, so 6 over 30. It's always important to simplify where possible, so 1 over 5. We then go down to the football, the probability of football. How many people liked football? 11 over 30. And if you can't simplify it down, you just leave it. Alright, so we then are going to talk about set notation. So sometimes this can get quite confusing, so it's important to pay attention here. So union is what you can see there, the U here, this shape. So A is some sort of a set and B is some sort of other set that we have. So when you have A union B, that's the set of all elements in set A or B. So what this essentially is saying is any event that occurs in A or B, right? So all events. Now, intersection is an upside down U essentially. So A intersection B, and this is any event that is shared in A and B. So our example here, we have 2 sets. We have set A and set B. Set A contains the numbers 3, 7, 12, and 15. And then set B contains 2, 9, 12, 13, and 17. Now remember, A, so if I was to find A, U, B, this contains all the numbers. So this sample set would be let's start with 2, 3, 7, 9, 12, 13, 15, and 17. So it could be any of them, right? Everything that exists in A and B, so that would be union B. Now, if I was told to find the A intersection B, this only is going to include anything that's shared. So the shared numbers in this case are 12. So that would be my only sample space is 12 because it's the only one that's shared. So Venn diagrams now we're going to talk about. So a Venn diagram is just a physical way or diagram of showing the relationship between 2 or more sets. So on your screen you can see how we interpret these. So if you've got A union B, the Venn diagram, which is the 2 circles, and the overlapping part contains intersection B. So union B is all of A, all of B, so both circles, and then intersection B is just the overlapping part. So here we need to draw a Venn diagram for this set. And so the first thing we want to do is draw up a rectangle, sorry. All right, so I put my rectangle and I've got 2 circles there. So what I can say is I can call this set A and this can be set B. So set A will include 1, not 3 because it's shared, 4, 5, and that's it. 1, 4, and 5. Over in B, we're going to have 6, 9, and 10. And then our shared numbers, or our intersection part, is going to be 3 and 8. All right. So that would be the Venn diagram for this case. Now remember, this section in here, that's going to be your union, that's your shared, your intersection, sorry. So that would be A intersection B, because that part there is what's shared, okay? So that would be quickly how you draw up a quick Venn diagram.